This is the Boom Podcast. The podcast that shows you how to build an amazing business so you can build an amazing life. The Boom Podcast starts now.
And there's the guys! We are Booties!
201.
You may not know this, but we start every episode with a little cheer, little chant, little positive self-talk, little team fire me up kind of situation. And we've done the same for today's episode, but this time it bled into the episode a little bit. Todd, you want to do a little? Yeah.
B-O-O-M, everybody clear your phlegm. B-O-O-M, everybody clear your phlegm.
All right, so that's pretty much how it goes. And then Megan shakes her head, and we start the show. A little behind the scenes.
Yep.
Little BTS. Give the people what they want. They want the BTS.
Behind the curtain with me, you'll be fine.
That sounded real weird. Welcome to the big show, everybody. We're starting to put season 4 to bed. What does season 4 sound like, Christian? What's the holiness and reverence that... Yeah.
Season 4, it's the Boom Podcast, season 4.
Now, the exciting thing about that is that we're going to recreate that. You probably can't tell, but that is literally just the four of us singing season 4. And people have said, it's the greatest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
And I understand that. And they're right. But they think it's some kind of studio magic
trickery
and tricks.
Right. Yeah.
And so we're going to show you in the season 4 wrap, which is coming out
finale.
next,
Yeah, the big
in
finale.
the finale, how we can do that live. How we can recreate that live. Megan is the least confident, but Megan, we just got to dial back in. Remember your part.
True,
You
okay.
gonna take the high part?
Oh, no.
And we have the sheet music for you, too.
Just read the music.
Read the
Okay.
music.
You're fine.
I got it.
It'll be fine. All right, so welcome back to the podcast. That's Megan. She's not very confident. This is Todd. He's very confident.
Hey.
That's producer Christian.
Oh, I feel good.
Feeling real good
I feel
about
good.
it. I also feel really good about it. That we'll
Now that we have the
summon our-
200th episode behind us,
Yeah.
it's a fresh 100 is kind of how I look at it.
It is a fresh hundo, and
Yeah.
it's a weight because there's
Right.
so
much pressure leading
and
up to
media
200.
attention
Right.
Yeah.
leading up to 200. And people are like, what are you going to do for the big 200?
Interviews,
We
yeah.
get stopped on the street all the time.
It's
what are you
hard.
going to do for 200?
Yeah.
Well, nothing. That's what we're going to do.
Oh.
We're going to do potentially the worst episode we've ever done
Right.
as 200.
It probably was
Yeah, it might
the
be.
worst episode. But you know what they
just wanted
say?
to zig.
They always say the first
Yeah.
200 episodes are
Yes.
the hardest.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
right.
And then
You
it's
got to
just
get over that
downhill.
hump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we go.
Right.
Look at
Now
us.
we go.
Look
I mean,
at us.
We
201
love it.
is already amazing.
I feel good about it so
Right?
far. I mean,
Me
we're
too.
3 minutes in.
No content.
Maybe the best
Zero
episode.
content.
Zero content.
We've literally
Yeah,
not
maybe our
talked
best.
about a single
Anything
thing yet.
related.
No,
Anything.
nothing. All right, season 4 rolls on. One more time. So, welcome to the big show, everybody. I'm Terry, Todd, Megan, Christian. We're here. We're excited, and we are ready to wrap this up. We want to give you, this is cleverly titled. I don't know who did this. Let's say Megan.
Not it.
This episode,
me.
as you can see,
that,
it's
though.
called Sources for Resources, of course. All
Very
right.
Dr. Seuss.
It's very Dr. Seussian.
Yeah, Susian.
It is
yes.
Seussian, which season 5 is all Dr. Seuss rhymes. We're going to rhyme the
Yeah.
whole
I didn't know
thing.
that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it'd be really fun.
Yeah.
A lot of rhyming, a lot of internal rhyming, a lot of tongue twisters. It's going to
Right.
be really good.
It's like the Hamilton version of a podcast.
Yes,
Is that
that's a
what it is?
great modern
Yes,
reference. Yeah,
yes.
it's going to be a Hamilton-y season. Actually, you can hear all about my thoughts on Hamilton on my podcast, Terry on Musicals.
Yeah,
His
that's awesome.
name is Terry Wagoner.
That's it. What's your name, man? All right.
Terry Wagoner.
So here's what we do. Sources for resources, of course, is what we're doing here is this is everything you need to know in one quick summary. So if you have listened and you've said, man, I'm still doing work from home, I'm still virtual, and I know I need to just lean in on this and
Yeah.
get
Yep.
going. But what are the tools I need? This is literally just, we're going to hammer out,
Yeah.
here's exactly what you need, and we're going to make some recommendations for the things that we use or have been using to try to help you along the way. So this is going to be good. You're really going to want to dig into the show notes on this. I know we
Yeah,
joke
yeah.
about the
Oh,
show
yeah.
notes.
Dig into the
Right.
show
But
notes.
all of these are going to be in the show notes, so you can
Todd, do
look
you
at
put
those.
extra love in these show notes?
This one I was one so I wrote this one again, letting you come on behind the curtain. As we let you behind the curtain, Megan and I typically will trade off writing the episodes, and then we all kind of learn about the episodes as we record them. But this is one, as I wrote it, I'm like, oh, this is going to be a really girthy show note. Like, this is going to have a lot. I'm going to need a little extra caffeine. Ugh. Anyways, so it's going to be good, though.
We lost Terry.
This is basically...
Terry is offset. He is not at his mic. I repeat, Terry is not at his mic.
Terry's gone. But this is one.
Man down.
Like you said, though, if you've been listening to the season, but you've been kind of half listening and you haven't been taking your copious notes, we are just going to summarize it all and basically let you kick off your virtual business. All right. Meow.
That's right, Todd. That's right. All right, Megan, you're going to kick us off.
I got this.
Let's do it, Megan. Start the shenanigans.
Okay. Oh, boy.
And we're off.
And here we go.
201.
Content.
Strong.
Okay, office. This is what you need in your office as a resource, of course. Both at home and on the road.
Okay,
are
so for
you
both.
ready?
Here we go.
You be wherever you are, on the beach, in the mountains, at your house,
That's
whatever
right.
you want.
What do we
Starbucks,
need to run our business?
Anywhere. Yep.
Let's go.
Here we go. You need a phone.
All right. Thanks for joining us today.
That's right.
Oh, there's more to it.
yeah.
No, sorry. She's not done. Sorry,
Okay, sorry.
Christian. That's my fault.
Need a phone.
Okay, you need a phone. You need a computer. You need a scanner or a scanner app.
Yes.
Okay.
And if you're an iPhone person,
Yes.
you already have a scanner on your
on
phone.
there.
Which is amazing. I was using Scanner Pro, and now you know.
Comes
There
with
you
it.
go.
That's why
There's
they
one. It's
charge
just in there.
$900 extra.
Hey, it's
You
that
can get the
scanner
scanner
app.
app.
But you don't have to buy a scanner. Think all the money you're saving
That's a
in
good point.
reality.
That's a really
you
good
don't
point.
need the 3-in-1 printer. You need just a 1.
2-in-1.
2-in-1.
Well, nobody faxes anymore.
You can get rid of the fax 1-in-1.
Wait, what's the other one? Isn't it fax, scan, print?
Yeah, but you don't need the scanner. You don't need the
Copy.
fax.
Copy.
Oh, copy.
Yeah.
Fine,
Can't copy from your
whatever.
phone.
Yeah, you definitely can't copy from your phone.
Okay,
and print
I
it
can
out.
screenshot.
That's impossible.
Like, good. Okay. Anyway, okay, so phone, computer, scanner, printer, and all the apps that you need. You get apps for everything in this world, you guys. If there's something you're like, I need it, go to the App Store, type it in, boom, you'll have 18
you think
options.
about, like,
I mean everything.
Everything that we're about to list, which the apps
What
one maybe
time did
could have
you
stayed
write
towards
this?
the end. Everything, though, that we're about to list, like everything for the most part will have an app associated with
Yes.
it, which means pretty much everything
Yep.
we're about to list you can do from your phone. So make sure you
It's
do
amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right, let's talk about communication. So Megan built your office in a
Yeah,
bag,
you're
your
done.
office at home, you're good to go. But what about the communication options? These would be things like video messaging. Video messaging is going to be extra key when you're working virtually
Yes.
because people want to see your face still. So you're going to use things like BombBomb.com or Co-Video. Those are both options that would be great. By the way, we'll give you a couple selections on each one.
Have I changed the
but-
name of that company yet?
Which one?
Co-video.
I don't know.
Co-video.
Video.
You don't like Co-Video?
COVID.
Sounds like
Dio.
COVID.
Oh, good one,
Yeah.
Christian.
Well, I just wondered because
Got
when
good
you
ears.
said
Nice
co-video, I was like, COVID.
That's a good question.
Wow, that's so unfortunate if you name your company
Yeah.
that and then all of a sudden,
Yeah.
4 years later, whatever, this
Right.
thing swoops in.
Right.
You're like, oh man, now what?
Yep.
Ooh, that's brutal. That's tough.
Yeah.
I will say on this topic, on video, like BombBomb or Co-Video, wow, that's all I hear now when I say
Yeah.
that.
It's hard.
BombBomb or others like it.
I'll look up co-video.
Thank you. I continually find new applications, new uses for
Yeah.
video messaging.
Yeah.
Like there are infinite ways to use it for lead gen, for your systems, how you run your business on a daily basis. It's just very versatile. And we get no money, no kickbacks, no
Right.
nothing. I
Right.
pay for my subscription.
We had one,
But it's good.
One of the guys in our brokerage was talking about the fact that he uses it for inspections. When he receives like an inspection response, he'll send it over to his clients with a BombBomb video that says,
Yeah.
"Hey, here's what you're about to see.
Yeah, that's
Here's a
awesome.
breakdown." Now you can do that like personalize each one, or you could do a generalized one as well, and you don't have to use a BombBomb or something like that. You could have your own little video that you put in a MailChimp
Right.
or something. You're like, "Here's what you're going to see. This is the," because there's so much. 99% of that is the same stuff
Right.
you're saying for each one, but it just adds an extra degree of personalization when they can see your face.
Yeah, the humanizing.
Mm-hmm.
of
So
the
we have an
whole thing,
update.
yeah. Oh, okay. Here we
Yeah.
go.
So I looked up co-video on Bing, our preferred search engine, and the first
of
hit
the
is
show.
for coronavirus COVID-19 pandemic, which is the info bar you get. It's
Yeah.
not a site. It's the actual
the
list, and that
info.
goes for a while.
Yeah.
Governor's link, mass mandates, and then the second hit is co-video.
Yeah.
See, that's an SEO nightmare for them.
That's just a nightmare.
Because how are you going to
on all
SEO
fronts.
around
It's
that?
really funny. Like they go to the marketing
Direct
department, like, you're doing a
intervention from the
terrible
search engine.
job. We're number 2 on Google now,
That's
or
right.
Bing.
Behind something Google put out
a
there.
virus.
Yeah.
That's like what if there's a virus at some point that's called the Boom Real Estate Podcastitis.
Oh.
And we're like, oh man.
Right.
Yes.
Seems more like inflammation.
It's the boom.
Itis.
Yeah, that's a
It's
inflammation of your Boom
disease.
podcast.
But it's a pandemic of swelling.
It could be. It could be.
We probably shouldn't move it along.
Yeah.
All right.
Have a video messaging solution is the
Video
takeaway there.
message
Okay.
solution you can do. We talk about it all the time about, and you've heard us multiple times through. This is how much we believe in this app. Slack, get Slack. It is the water cooler of your virtual brokerage, your virtual team. It is just great place for everybody to be able to communicate, talk, ask questions, tell stories. It's awesome. Just trust on that. So get Slack. Next would be virtual meetings. You guys know about these. Zoom, go to meeting. These are nothing new to you guys. Get those. If you don't have them, make sure you have them. Get the paid subscription so that you can have more than 40 minutes if you're on Zoom. All right, what about just staying connected? Again, social media. It's key to make sure that you're on social media and that you are making sure that you are well aware of what's happening in all of your spheres' lives, your team members' lives, your agents' lives. You want to make sure that you're there, aware, and ready to inspire. I was going to say inspire, but it didn't rhyme.
That's well said.
Aware.
It's well.
Spare.
What a powerful.
You know what? Mego, I had
Yes,
put in the
dear?
notes that we're going to do our silly segment. Let's finish this out and let's
Oh.
wrap it with a silly segment.
Okay.
Wait, so we're going to do Todd's silly segment and then Todd's tips?
No,
To wrap
Todd's
it up.
tips and then Todd's silly segment.
Oh, the whole. Oh, no, we're going to end
wanna
the
end it
show.
with it?
Oh,
I know, it's
gosh.
nerve-wracking,
So,
isn't
yes,
it?
Yeah,
because I
it's
know
too
he's
much
got
pressure.
Scary.
the worst one
That's right.
that I've been dreading all season, and now he's throwing it at the end of the show. It's kind
Yeah,
of
it's
like
a little scary.
when you go get a shot, the worst part is the waiting.
Right.
This is what I'm going through right now. Megan, let's go back in. What do you got?
All right. All right. In your back end, here are the things that you need.
Ladies and gentlemen,
well,
Megan Ferris.
Well,
Did you do that?
well,
Were you planning that?
well, we knew.
Because that's not how I work, Todd.
Megan loves to make jokes like that.
Yeah, it's super mean.
You know how
We knew
take
the writing
clips?
would catch up with
You
us
know,
eventually.
No.
Christian will
No.
take clips from the show and make it just a little sounder. In your back end, this is what you'll need. No, you can't use that? Okay. Sorry, Megan.
I don't even know where to go from here.
Well, you were saying, Megan, you
Okay,
were telling
guys,
us what we need in
so
our back end.
Some support you need.
We need, yes.
Todd, you set me up to
There's
fail
nothing
with
you-
this. There's nothing
Did you set Megan up to fail?
Megan, back
Did you,
end.
Todd?
That's all I get. Back end.
I thought it would be a funny reference for Megan to, I thought
Just skip
maybe I'll
over-
reference
skip over and
her
translate.
back end and be
Yeah,
a very
yeah.
nice back end.
Okay.
She's my wife. I'm allowed to say that.
Right. But she really
But
took
she
it.
went a different direction.
0 to 100. And you, by the way, when Megan said, let's see what you need in your back end, it was like you'd been shot. You just stopped everything and dropped.
You couldn't just let it keep going. You had to.
You have to figure out all what you're going to cut and what you're not going to cut here, Christian. You're going to have a whole lot of work on the back end of this episode.
Exactly. Yeah, that's a good point.
Okay, guys.
Go, Megan.
All right,
those still
first
listening.
thing you're gonna need. Who haven't
Go
hit
ahead.
paused or goodbye now. Okay, client manager. You're gonna need a CRM. There's too many options, but we talked about those. You guys know. Get you a CRM.
Get
Get
you
you
one.
The
one
Boom
of them.
CRM, if you haven't made your mind up on your own.
Right, the boom.
Hasn't done very
Still
well with
up there.
sales.
Yeah,
To be honest with you.
this could be the moment, though.
Yeah.
Now's our time to shine.
Yep.
Now that Megan's taken it a little bit unrated version podcast, a little rated R, maybe we've got a whole new audience now of inappropriate people.
Right.
Great. That's
that
perfect.
will
Totally
enjoy
by
it.
our client manager system. Okay. You're going to need file storage, Dropbox, Google Drive, all of those places, a cloud version of where you store all of your things. Transaction management, Dotloop, DocuSign, Sky Mall. What's the other one?
Sky
Skyloop,
Slope.
Sky Slope.
Sky Mall.
Sky
Mall
Mall is a
was the bomb.
magazine.
I love
Who's
Sky
ever
Mall.
bought something from Sky Mall?
Not me, but I love looking at it, though.
That's
Me
all.
neither.
Is it only on airplanes?
I
Hand
think
went
so,
down.
yeah.
Yeah.
like-
the Sky Mall, yeah.
Yeah, but you
It's
can't.
not a
like,
real mall
Could
in
you
the sky.
But can you get that magazine delivered to your house?
Oh,
Well, you can go to skymall.com. Well, you could. It's not there anymore.
Interesting.
Skymall.com and shop.
Well, no,
Questions
I'm just
on
saying,
it.
like if you enjoyed that, like Reader's Digest,
like get a
you can
subscription
that.
to your house. Oh, I don't
Does anybody
know.
have Reader's Digest?
They
in
don't
My
their
dad.
house?
Oh, I did.
Skymall's not
Yeah,
there
for
anymore.
sure.
My dad did. And there
Yeah.
were two sections I liked. They were like little funny paragraph long stories. And I would always read
skymall.com.
those.
Is it
Yeah.
still there? I
Yeah.
think it's.
Yeah, sure.
it's back.
Barbecue Essentials is the head.
Oh,
what?
it's all over, Todd. It's all over for you, buddy.
You talk about Reader's Digest. They had a section called "Life in these USA" or something like that, and now you have This American Life podcast that is where we're like equals.
Yeah,
as far as
basically the
listenership
same.
and
Obviously,
followership.
yeah.
But I'm like, oh, well, they kind of ripped off Reader's Digest a little bit there.
Interesting.
Notables? Noting notables? You got all these little sections.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's talk more about Reader's Digest.
You want to?
Let's dive in. All right, so
So you need a Reader's Digest in your back end.
Sorry, you need a Sky Mall catalog.
Sky Mall.
Sky Mall. Reader's Digest, a CRM, file storage, transaction management, task lists, like a Trello or Asana, something where you can track all the things that you have going on, your tasks and your projects, and then money. You have to take care of your money in your back end. QuickBooks.
You said that one on purpose.
I did. I didn't know.
Yeah,
I
you
just
did.
stumbled on myself. Okay, QuickBooks, ACH payment solutions, all of that. You need some way to do that virtually. Go team,
Okay, let's move on.
please.
We have Todd's tips, we have Todd's silly segment, and then this episode is over.
Is that a warning or an announcement?
All of the above.
It's kind of like
Be
I'm still
forewarned.
in the doctor's office. I'm like, okay, I just got to walk back there. They're going to take my blood pressure. I'm going to get my shot, and then it's over. Whew. We can do this. All right, Todd, tips.
Tips. All right. I've got 4 for you. Number 1, stay involved. Make sure that if you are virtual, we talked about this earlier in the season, you need to stay involved. That means go to team meetings, go to brokerage events, go on those Zoom calls, do the extra things. Otherwise, you will feel like you're not involved. And then you'll start being like, maybe this isn't the right place for me. Even though it really was, it's just going to take some work on your end as well. But obviously, your brokerage, your team leaders, and everybody should be making sure that it's available to you. Stay educated is number 2. This means make sure that just because you're not going to be at the office and maybe hearing some of the lingo thing or the conversations going on, you can still be involved in those. That's why an app like Slack is so good, because you can still have those conversations there.
Right.
But you have to have some motivation on your side. You have to have some desire on your side to continue to be the better professional, the more educated realtor. And these would be things like read your books, listen to podcasts, go to trainings, go to conferences, whether they're virtual or in person, whatever you're comfortable with. Just do those things and continue to get better. We can always get better.
Yeah.
Number 3, stay planned. We talked about this, I think, 2-3 episodes ago. You need to have a plan. All right, take your time, develop a plan, and then carry out the plan. If you are just going all willy-nilly, remember that
I haven't
guy?
heard that guy in a while.
Oh, man,
Yeah.
it's been a while.
William P. Nilly.
William P. Nilly.
He made a lot of appearances in the first
right, he
100
did.
episodes.
The first hundo. Yeah, he was around a lot.
Not so much the second
great.
hundo.
Right.
Plan too much.
That's right. Don't
what he'd
plan
say.
too much. I remember him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he's good.
William
So-
P. Nilly.
Make sure you stay planned, have that schedule, and then carry it out. And then the last thing is stay honest. This just simply means if you don't know what you're doing, or if you're out there and you're floundering a little bit, don't be afraid to ask for help. There's plenty of people out there that should be able to help you. Your managers, your peers, your team leaders, they're there to help you. So don't do it on your own.
All right.
Call
I
us.
think-
We're here.
Yeah, we're here.
Yeah, hey.
Hey,
What's
we'll
our
help
number?
you.
What's our number?
Our phone number is info@boomrealestatepodcast.com. That's it.
Yep.
Yeah. We have a fax.
We do have a fax.
Because I have a 3-in-1 device upstairs.
Do you have a 3-in-1?
Yeah.
That's impressive.
But do you
Yeah.
have a 4-in-1?
I don't know.
They have a 1-in-1.
We need to develop the 5-in-1 to up everybody.
Oh,
though.
just take
Oh,
it
fresh
from
out.
the
What would
I
the
don't know what
fifth
else
thing
it can
be?
do.
Makes coffee.
Oh,
3D printing.
Oh,
3D printing.
Ooh,
Ooh,
6-in-1.
That's not bad.
6-in-1.
All the things.
Slack terminal. Ooh, 7-in-1.
7-in-1. Refrigerator. 8-in-1.
Let me go to my
Vacuum.
7-in-1 terminal and I'll re-slack you.
It's so good.
That's great. Well, I think that's the end of the episode, everybody. Nothing else for us to do whatsoever. Oh, man. I almost slipped that one past you, but it didn't happen. All right. Is this the last? This is the
This is
last one.
Last one I got.
Totally, completely done.
Yeah.
Hey, good job on the silly segments, though.
Yeah.
This year.
Thank you. Thank you. And I built this thing up.
Oops, sorry. That was my fault.
That's all right.
Yeah.
I built
You
this
haven't
thing
had-
up
You
so
haven't
much.
had any awkward moments of the day
This
this season, have we?
I feel like we raise the bar for what it takes to actually
Did we?
have an awkward moment between them. So
Okay, sorry,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Our awkwardness is normal.
yeah, it's
Yes,
normalized.
now at this point.
Yeah.
So now that I built this one up so much, I can't remember what the story's about, but I think it's still good. All right, so this is Aren't You Glad You're Not a Zookeeper?
Okay.
Okay.
A little nervous.
All right, here we go.
You don't know this story? Okay.
Scared. Equally scared.
All right. I don't know who this person was, but this is their story. We were working on a sedated female ibex.
Oh, yeah.
It's a mountain goat.
Great way to start a sentence.
Yeah. That's how I start most of my stories. Who was having problems with giving birth. Yeah. The female had been in labor for hours and was exhausted from trying to pass the baby, which was twisted around and couldn't fit through the birth
Problems
canal.
on the back end.
That was pretty good. That was pretty good.
You teed it up. What am I supposed to do?
Good callback, yeah. We soon found out that the baby had been dead for hours and was starting to decompose.
This is a silly segment.
Yeah, it's not silly. Sad Todd's sad segment to you.
That sounder, the baby was dead and started to decompose.
I'll change it to Todd's sad segment. I'll
You
redo
can
the
imagine
Seriously.
how disappointed we were.
That's so
That
good.
was so terrible. Christian, lights out in the story so far. It's not over yet. It's not over yet.
over.
Okay, so
The baby was
the baby
dead
is
and
dead,
decomposing.
starting to decompose. Yeah.
wow,
Yeah.
been dead for a while in that ibex.
So the shoulders were stuck, and the vet couldn't pull hard enough. She asked one of the zookeepers to grab hold of the legs and help her pull. He was fairly new at the zoo, and this was his first time he had ever participated in this sort of procedure.
Yeah.
Was this the last one that
Yep.
you were holding back?
Yeah. He knelt down next to the others and got a good grip on one of the legs. Soon, someone commented that they could feel it start to move. Suddenly, the
Whoa.
baby's shoulder gave away, and the new keeper found himself
What?
holding the unattached leg in his hands.
Oh,
His face expressed quite plainly that this possibility had never crossed his mind. In fact, for a few seconds, he looked as if he might lose his lunch. The vet, however, was thrilled. It was the shoulders that were stuck. If they could get the other one off too, the baby would practically slide out. So having fought once to keep his lunch down, the keeper gamely did the same for the other leg. Only this one was worse because he knew what to expect. In the end, though, as the veterinarian had predicted, with both shoulders gone, the baby was pulled out easily and the female ibex came through fine! Woo! Guys, it's a story of triumph. That's a great sounder. Another great sounder.
Sounders have been.
It's a story of triumph, a story
Over
of
tragedy.
perseverance.
Yeah. Through tragedy.
There's just so much that
Yeah.
happens there that we can relate to real estate. And that's why I share that story.
Are we done? Are we done with this season? Put a bullet through the head of this
There is
season.
no reason for us to ever air this entire episode.
Where should I cut?
Let's wrap up the sounder. Like, wrap up the segment. Let's finish it. Sweet. All right, thanks for joining us. Email info@boomrealestatepodcast.com. Visit the website if it's still there. We'll see you in the season 4 wrap. The Boom Real Estate Podcast.
Oh.